Right, first ever podcast here in the apartment in Dubai. Raw Unfiltered. Got our late night drinks. We got our water, Coke, which are all on me, by the way, on the business expenses.
This is the best thing ever.
And we've got, our
Childhood drink.
childhood milkshake. If anybody else is in Dubai, you need to try this elite level. If you've had Yazoo in the UK, this strawberry flavoured milk by Lacno is elite, trust me.
We got this. We used to come to Dubai back in 2007. So
2007.
7 years old.
Yeah.
And every time we came, it was a tradition that we'd get this.
Yeah.
So every time I come back, it's always a must do on my list.
Yeah, it is. You do also know you don't have to look at the camera, by the way, because I'm getting different angles. We're not on television.
I have been on camera so much this week. I think, I'm just not used to it yet.
I think because I've been filming every single day, just my comfort levels now on camera are just ridiculous. Like, I don't care. Before, I was taking a business meeting in my towel, which you'll probably see in one of the vlogs. I literally came out of the shower and I had a client call me to finalize something, and I was in my towel and I was finalizing it on the phone, and Akeisha decided to record. But I'm also picking up, do you know when you come to a foreign country and then you start speaking like the locals in their accent? I've started doing that without knowing about it, and I don't know if it comes across rude or...
Yeah, you mimic accents a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's bad.
I think that's bad.
Yeah, you do it as well. I don't just do it.
No, yeah, I do it as well.
But
in Dubai, yeah, you're doing it again.
No, I feel like I've already become just Middle Eastern after 4 days.
Dubai, it's like what? Give me a sentence. Give me something to say.
So it's like, do you want some food? It's like,
food?
yeah, it's like...
Me, you, we go out to eat?
No, yeah, like, it's bad. It's bad. But I feel like some people you communicate with, you have to slow down.
Yeah.
Because...
And we've got northern accents.
Yeah, our accents are northern, which aren't the worst. I know people from Glasgow, because I've got a couple of friends from like Scotland, Glasgow, struggle.
Glasgow accent.
No, because I'm not offending anyone on the podcast, on our first podcast, and getting shut down.
I'm from Glasgow. No, I can't do accents.
But to kick off the podcast, I put up some questions, which I had loads come through. We're probably not going to be able to answer all of them, because if we do, like, this podcast is going to be 2 hours long. It's 1 a.m. right now, so it really is a late night podcast. I'm just looking at those drinks. I'm thinking which one I should crack open first. But first question we got was, why did we decide to come to Dubai?
For me, it's always been a personal goal. From a very, very young age, I always said that I wanted to move out here to Dubai. Didn't know what I'd exactly be doing out here, but it's always been a goal, and it's always been something on my agenda that I've wanted to achieve.
For me, I think as a kid, because we came to Dubai a lot and America as well, those were the two places where I could see myself settling down on a permanent basis. And
do we go deep on here as well?
Yeah, like, it's completely raw and unfiltered, so...
Well, can you do that thing where you insert a picture? So
it's a podcast, bro. Like, what do you think this is? Yeah, I'll try and insert a picture, but...
so basically, there's a picture, and I must have been in year 1. I'm not even joking, right? And it was like, draw a picture of your dream. And like, I'm in year 1 at this point, right? And I've drawn a picture of like Dubai and put my dream.
See that? Yeah, but see, that's only because mum and dad used to take us to Dubai from a young age. But when we came back in 2000...
Can you hear the supercars?
Yeah, I can hear the supercars. When we came back in, 2005, maybe?
We used to come about 2-3 times.
Yeah, I still remember when mum and dad took us into the travel agents in Blackburn Town Centre, and they said, there's this new location, it's called Dubai. And I think Ski Dubai was just being built back then, and the Jumeirah Beach Hotel and the 7-star hotel, the Burj Al Arab, and they were like, you need to check out this location, because prior to that we'd go Florida, we'd go to like Spain, Turkey. So we came to Dubai and I instantly loved it, even as a kid. So one of the reasons I came out here
A
was,
lot of childhood memories.
yeah, a lot of childhood memories. I feel like it's very reminiscent for me being back here. And the financial aspect, like, let's be real, it's about making money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody out here is winning. Where we're staying anyway, so the people we've surrounded ourselves with purposely are winners. I feel like there is some good people back home, don't get me wrong, but just, do you not feel like it's a very negative mindset back in the UK, like back where we live? As in, everybody knows everybody's business,
Yeah, like,
and whenever somebody's winning, it's like, how did he do that? Which is, I got some of the questions actually, like, how did I do that? I don't mind if it's genuine, people asking that want to better themselves, but one thing that annoys the shit out of me is when people are just asking because they're being nosy and they want to put, like, we call it nazar, or evil eye, on it. So financial aspect, the childhood memories,
the weather. Even though it's
the
been
weather's
very
sick.
hot.
Yeah, the weather's sick.
It's been hot.
Weather is crazy hot. We're in, like, was it the first day of summer out here? I think. First day of summer out here. First thing in the morning, 8 a.m. It's like anywhere from 35 to 40 degrees. I got sunburnt on the second day, even though I put suntan lotion on, just because my back is so wide. So it's like, it's just there catching the sun.
Yeah, it just made sense. Both of, well, our joint business is based in Dubai. But is that going on to the next question?
Yeah, so for one of the questions, why Dubai? What is it?
Have we answered that? I feel like we kind of went on.
On a tangent.
Yeah. Why Dubai on 3 points?
Go on, you go first. 3 points. Why Dubai? I'm gonna start drinking this
Always
milk, by
wanted
the
to.
way.
Business based here. Just I respect the grind out here. Everyone out here has got a goal, and everyone out here is working towards that goal. Everyone we've kind of met so far. It might be too soon to say that. But I just feel like it's a place where you come and the dreams are made, guys.
The land of opportunity.
I feel like anyone watching this, like back in the day, like our parents would like come to the UK, or your parents, or whoever's watching this, might have come to the UK for a better life, but now I feel like it's our turn to go elsewhere for a better life.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. Everybody's moving to Dubai, right? But
Yeah.
the UK isn't a bad place. Like, in summer, it's nice. Come on, like, we were just saying this. Like, it
Yeah.
isn't bad. It's just there's almost like a grey cloud surrounding the UK at the moment, and I feel like a lot of people are feeling depressed, and they just want to get away from all of that. I know we were struggling with staying motivated back in the UK because everybody's,
You get stuck in the same thing, the same routine, the same life path, really.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that life path. Nothing wrong with it at all. But yeah,
Personally, I can't do it. I'll be straight with you. Like,
you can't do
I can't do it.
You
Straight
cannot
up,
do it.
like, I'm gonna be real with you guys watching. Like, I can't do the whole get up, go to the office, work for somebody else, like 9 to 5. It's just, and I find it difficult with authority. So I don't like being bossed about. Even just working with Akeisha, right? Whenever she tells me to do something, or I like, I'm like, no, I'll do it in my own time, because
That's a good question
Yes.
that we had. How do you two work together? It's hard. Not gonna lie.
yeah, it is very hard. Because a lot of people say don't mix family and business. By the way, that's like a
Yeah, and I get why they say that. There's been times where I've just looked at you and just thought, yeah.
yeah. But then the benefit of us two working together is you work during the day,
Yeah.
and then while you're sleeping, I work during the night because I'm a night owl. Like,
Yeah, but
on a typical day, right, I can be working until 4 a.m.
yeah, but
Whereas you,
we were talking to our auntie about this, and like he's so laid back. Like as soon as I get told something, as soon as I get given something, I want it done. Whereas he's like 5 minutes before we need to maybe send something over, 5 minutes before a meeting, he'd be like, yeah, so what's the plan? And I'm like, I can't work like that. He works well, I guess, under pressure, but I like things to be pre-planned.
yeah, but you overplan. Whereas,
Yeah, but
and I think you saw my latest Instagram post, didn't you, where I said about being talented and clever at a young age, and it makes you.
Who says that applies to you? Like, no one here has branded you that.
I know. I
You just
branded.
himself.
I know I have. I branded my.
I was clever when I was younger.
I know I was clever.
So this
like
is why I don't plan tasks. This is why I do 5 minutes
first.
before. And he's totally running with that.
First rule of success: know yourself. I know myself. When I was a kid, like I wouldn't revise for exams, right?
Like, I hate it. Like, there's been times where
The day before, I would cram. The day before the exam. So when I was doing because I got a degree in biomedical science, for anyone that doesn't know, before an exam or like I think they were called unseen questions when I did my degree. I would like just cram things in and take a chance, and I would still pass. Like I came out with a good degree.
But then going back to how I studied, so when I did my A levels, mine was like pure memorization. Like, I memorized that law book back to front, and I got full marks at A level.
By the way, a lot of my friends were salty that I could do that. By the way,
Yeah.
because think about it, right?
You need to work on. We've agreed.
Yeah, but think about it, right? If if you've got two people, one person is able to just cram everything in the night before and pass his exams, and then the other person has to spend 2 months revising, they're gonna be salty. Let's be real. Like I had a lot of salty people.
Yes. Back to the question again. What's it like working together? I mean, it has its
pros and cons.
The cons are we work very differently, and like at the minute we don't have that time away from each other, do we?
Yeah. So Akeisha's been in my face every single day this week, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I'm getting sick. I'm
not coming away with you.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, like bro, I'm getting sick of your face. I'll be honest. Like.
Yeah, you're not exactly a walk in the park.
I'm not saying like your face in general. Like I just need my own time. You know, like even if it's for a few hours.
So, like, do you mind me saying this? But you're really bipolar.
Yeah. So
He's
like
so
some of the most successful people in the world have like issues. I have my issues.
How would you describe me?
Clingy.
That's so rude.
No, I would describe you as
I like being looked after.
a baby, basically. No.
No, it's weird because I'm smart.
I think you're smart, but
I'm very.
you second guess yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
And something simple as like taking payment, for example.
I was
like for me today, right?
Does this say the correct
Yeah, like for me today, I was literally in a chauffeur-driven car, right? I was sat in the back seat with my iPad.
I did that. I fixed that issue.
You fixed the issue. You fixed the issue, but for me, it was like, why are you deeping it so much? Just like set the amount to like.
Okay, I will admit that I deep things a lot. That's something I need to personally work on, especially in the world of business. It's just gotta go.
Yeah, that's another good point actually. So in the world of business, you got to go with your gut. You cannot second guess yourself, because by the time you do that, it's gone. Same with like, if anybody works in sales, by the way.
Has that invoice been paid, by the way?
I'll have to check.
Oh, email notification.
That might be the invoice being paid, hopefully. So in sales, right? You gotta close the sale like the same day. Because we've realized, if you give someone a day, then that's it. Opportunity is gone. And one thing that pisses me off, right, is time wasters. Oh my god! Like if anybody else runs a business, I just cannot deal with time wasters anymore. I feel like I now understand how annoying it is. Because don't get me wrong, like I've been to places and I've done some window shopping where I'll be like, I'll think about it. Yeah, like
the car stores. He now knows how it feels.
Yeah, so like I've been to car showrooms in the past, right, when I had no money, and I've been like, oh, so yeah, like can I spec this car? How much is this car? And they take the time out of the day to go through it with me, and then I'll be like, I think about it, and like I knew I had no intention of buying the car. Let's be real, right?
So bad.
But I now understand how frustrating it is, because time is money. Time is money.
Oh, back to we didn't say the positives. We said the negatives of working with family. Positives is like today. Let's use today as an example.
Okay.
Like when you make it and you have
this milkshake's fire, by the way. Go on.
I know it is. Always fire. when you make it and you just have them moments, and like we've done it together, I think it makes it even more special than doing it with maybe an associate or someone you don't know. I don't know. I just feel like them moments are a lot more special when you're sharing it with family.
Yeah, because I think I'm the type of person where if I'm winning, I want everyone in my circle to be winning.
You're so cringe.
I don't care if it comes across cringe. Like, I know some people are like, oh, they want to gatekeep it or they want to be successful and keep it all to themselves and keep it hidden. For me,
I'm like that as well.
yeah, I never said you weren't like that. But for me, I'm the type of person where if I'm winning, I want everyone else to be winning. Like, you see them posts on Instagram where there's like one person driving a Lambo and then there's like his 3 team members also driving the same Lambo in a different color. Like, that's me to a T.
Well, it's like where there's 3 of us, isn't there? 4 including my dad.
Yeah.
So like when we achieve what we want to achieve, our other brother's going to be winning as well. 100%.
Yeah, of course. Like, so our other brother isn't involved in our business.
No.
Our dad isn't involved in our business.
Our dad's like news of the world.
Yeah, the problem is my dad, right? He's like typical Asian dad, so he loves like showing off his kids. So whenever his kids achieve something, he's like telling the shopkeeper, he's telling like
He was like, you look like James Bond.
who
That
who look
like James Bond.
James Bond. James Bond. So yeah, my dad he's a gossip queen, let's be real.
Yeah,
but I think he doesn't realize. I think he's just so proud.
He's got good intentions.
He's so proud of like our achievements that he wants to share them with everybody else. But sometimes in our industry, it's like a bad thing because there's a lot of confidential meetings we attend.
We had to sign non-disclosures today.
Yeah, like NDAs, confidential information, and if any of it actually gets out, like we'll get in shit. But we've not told anyone any confidential information, just to put that out there. It stays between us and the people in the room. But going back to just talking about dad, right? One of the questions I had was like, what was your upbringing like? So like in terms of
our dad's amazing.
In terms of like financially, in terms of discipline, in terms of like just in general, what was your
My dad's my will.
You go first, right? I'll answer second.
I will say that every day, all day. He is like just amazing. Like we've had a very, very, I think, a good upbringing. Like our mum passed away when I was young. I think I was in year 8 in high school. You would have been in uni.
I was going into my final year uni.
Yeah.
No, sorry, it was right before my final exams at university.
Yeah.
And
but she was ill for a couple of years before that.
She was ill for 2 years prior.
Yes, I would just start in high school.
But yeah, you're going right to the end of the story. Like, start from the beginning. Like when we were kids.
When we were kids, I was what do they call it? The apple of someone's eye. I was the favourite child. No, if Anne's a favourite child.
No, but I think because you're the only daughter.
I'm the only daughter, so I was extremely spoiled. Anything I wanted, my dad got within reason. We used to go on 3 holidays a year.
3 holidays a year, like alhamdulillah, very blessed.
My birthday was in July. 6 weeks holidays. My mum and dad made sure that every birthday we were in a different country.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think we've had.
Don't get me wrong, like we've had a good upbringing in the sense that we've been given enough.
Yeah, it's not.
But then at the same time, we're not. Yeah, our dad hasn't or our mum and dad, when she was alive, hasn't spoon fed us.
Yeah, no.
I feel like they've always pushed us to do things on our own.
No, I feel like this is the correct word. They've given us experiences. They spent a lot on giving us an experience. So not necessarily like going out and buying you like a wardrobe full of designer, or going out and buying you like
materialistic things.
Yeah, materialistic things. They were more so like giving us experience. So like we went Disneyland 3 times. We'd go on holiday 3 times a year. We went to I've been Umrah 7 or 8 times, and I'm 24.
Have you been 7 times?
Yeah.
I think I've been 5.
favourite child too.
Speaking of that, we're going again, aren't we?
Yeah. But anyways, back to what we were saying.
So, yeah, so like financially, we haven't had a hard upbringing. I feel like I'd be lying if I said to you guys the typical like cliche, yeah, I've come from a very hard background.
But then
I think financially we haven't come from a hard background, but in terms of the struggles we've been through,
yeah,
with like losing my mum and all of that stuff, like it's been tough, don't get me wrong. Like I
feel like Nadim, it's affected you.
Yeah, I feel like out of all the siblings,
Affected
I've been affected the most.
He was very close to our mum.
Yeah, like me and my mum were like
That.
Yeah, like besties basically. But
yeah, like FaceTime her with how do I turn on the washing machine?
Not FaceTime, because like when I was younger, I don't even think FaceTime was there FaceTime?
I remember that we were at my auntie's house in Clitheroe, and we were all sat, and Nadim's like ringing and asking how does he turn on a washing machine.
Up until about 23.
What was it?
No, I'll tell a lie. So prior to my mum passing away, I was very reliant on my mum.
She did everything.
Cooked for me, like did all the cleaning, washing, and I'm gonna go on to another point after this. Did all my washing. So then there'd be occasions where I'd FaceTime my mum when she was out with her friends, and I'd be like, "Mum, how do I put toast in the toaster?" Or like, or I'd be like, what do I do with these like eggs? Like I want to scramble them, or like how long do I put an oven pizza in the oven for? What temperature do I put it on? Like that bad. I think I could iron, but I didn't do it. But I feel like the sad thing is, when somebody passes away, like your mum or your dad or whatever, it changes you, and then you grow up really fast. So when mum passed away, just before I went for my final exams, within that 1 year period, I matured like this. I learned how to cook, I learned how to iron, learned how to like support people around me, support myself, and it was a very difficult time. But then also
I think it's me and Nadim pride. Like we were young siblings. When they're younger, they don't get along.
Yeah.
I feel like mine and your relationship.
When we were younger.
No, when we were younger, it's one of them. Like he used to tie me up.
You're saying I used to tie you up on camera, like I'm gonna get reported for like child abuse or something, bro.
I remember we were on a holiday once, and Nadim was picking on me and he's bullying me. So then Ifan, my other brother, tied him up and then shoved him in the lobby, and he had to hop all the way to the room.
Yeah, so my older brother tied me up, right, in Egypt, and left me in the lobby. They basically gagged me, tied my hands behind my back, tied my legs together.
We did as well.
And then I'm hopping to my mum and dad's room at the time, and to knock on the door, I had to like headbutt the door like this. And then my mum was like mortified because she thought someone had tried kidnapping me. And I think I was crying as well because I was a bit of a soft ass back then. Yeah, that was funny. But so just touching on like losing parents and things. If anybody's lucky enough to have both parents alive, then what I'd say is appreciate every single moment while they're here.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell them that you love them, and just like make sure you look after them, because a lot of people, their parents get old or they move out and they just abandon the parents. For us, that's out of the question. Like no matter where we are in the world, really, like we want to make sure family's okay. Like family first before everything.
I'll talk from my perspective. Do you have any girl subscribers? Hopefully you'll do soon.
Yeah. I think I've got some girl subscribers.
Yeah.
I hope I do, because I don't just want to be a bro channel.
Yeah, I don't just want to be on a bro channel.
Yeah, no, I have got some female subscribers,
yeah,
but
female subscribers. I don't know what your background is as well, but like sometimes growing up in an Asian household, parents can be very, very strict. I think when mum was here, mum was strict.
Yeah, mum kept us in.
I wasn't allowed to go town until till I was a lot.
Mum kept us in check.
Very, very
Mum
strict.
kept us in check.
Whereas my dad's very laid back, but growing up, I've had a lot of freedom. I've been allowed to go where I want. I've been on holiday with friends, but it was based on the fact that me and my dad had a very trustworthy relationship, and he always used to say to me, like, you break that trust and the freedom goes. And I just think that kind of parenting style works. Like, we've never took advantage of the freedom we've been given. Because, like, some people are we going deep, but some people can go drinking, can go clubbing, really go down that path.
Yeah, it's a very deep rabbit hole to get into.
Yeah,
but
never done that because, and you think with having freedom we could have gone down that path, but we've never done that because we've never needed to do that.
Yeah, I feel like don't get me wrong, I think there's nothing wrong with discipline.
Yeah.
But sometimes, and this isn't targeted at any culture or anyone specific, but if you're too restricted, where you're not allowed to do anything, I see this a lot actually with friends. Like,
go the opposite way.
I can speak about my own personal experiences with friends, right? So, no freedom up until 19, 20, when they start university, then they move away to university, and that's it. Like, boom, madness happens. Like clubbing, drinking.
But like, we've always had the freedom to go where we want to go, as long as we're honest and we don't do anything we shouldn't do. Then that freedom's always been.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story actually about freedom. So it was Eid, right? And I think I was about 14. I told my mum and dad that I was going to a friend's house in Blackburn. So if anyone's familiar with the area, Blackburn is where we come from. Do you know where I ended up? So I ended up in Manchester. So I ended up in Manchester, right? Which is about an hour away. Bearing in mind, my parents still think I'm in Blackburn. Get the train from Manchester back to Preston, the connecting train. I think it was, or Preston, or Manchester to Bolton. Yeah, I think it was, I can't remember if it was Manchester to Bolton or Manchester to Preston, right? But either way, I ended up in Preston or Bolton. And my mum and dad ring me like, where the hell are you? It's about 11:30 at night at this point.
Mum would not have slept as well.
I'm saying, I'm still telling them I'm in Blackburn and I'm walking home, like, because, yeah, my friend's family can't give us a lift. Do you know where I decided to walk home from?
Preston.
Yeah, I think it was Preston. I walked home from Preston.
All along that road by Samsbury.
So if anyone's familiar with the area, I walked home from Preston whilst on the phone to my mum and dad telling them that I'm still in Blackburn. And yeah, I got caned. Let's just say that when I got home, I got my ass whooped.
Yeah, but anyway, skipping ahead, so like I said, we've not had that underprivileged childhood. We had a good childhood. For me, what's driven me towards entrepreneurship is that, like, after uni, going into the working world and realizing how hard it is to be able to afford all these things that we were given is kind of what drove me to think, like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you agree?
Yeah, so
like,
here's my take on it, right?
And because everyone said he was a bad influence on me, didn't they? We'll talk about this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the one that pushed you towards entrepreneurship.
100%.
So
you opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah, so for me, like, because I've experienced working for other people, I knew straight away from the moment I was leaving jobs after 2-3 weeks that I just couldn't do it. But then at the same time, I had to do it because I wasn't going to live off my dad, let's be real, and I needed a source of income. But then I was like, okay, so if I want to afford a car or if I want to go on holiday, firstly, holiday, right? Let's take holiday as an example. You might get like 20 days leave out the year.
Yeah, I'm like...
So you're working 12 months of the year, right? And you get 20 days leave. You go on 2 holidays. What you left with, like, let's be real, would you go on holiday for a week, right? 7 days. Then you go on a second holiday for like 13 days and that's it, you're done. If you go on a holiday within the first 2 months of the year, what do you do for the rest of the year? So that was the first thing, right? Second thing, if you want a car or if you want to buy a nice watch, or like if you want to treat yourself, how hard is it to make money working for somebody else? It's not hard to make money, don't get it confused.
I think
it's not hard to make money. No, like,
on the industry you're in. If you're in a sales job, yeah.
No, but then I feel like even if you're in a sales job, your level of living changes. So what I've realized is people earning from 20 to 30k will have a certain lifestyle. People earning from 30 to 40k will have a certain lifestyle. because your expenses are a lot more. Do you not agree?
But yeah, I think that for me was going into the world of work, and then you start to realize that what you were given wasn't necessarily the norm.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I don't like this. Yeah.
I feel like if I started entrepreneurship from
My age,
not even your age, I'd say straight out of college, straight out of high school even. Like, don't get me wrong, I still think education is good to have, but I also think if you're able to do entrepreneurship alongside education, then it's a win-win. Like, because your education you can always fall back on. Entrepreneurship, if it doesn't work, you can try something else. But I would have started a lot sooner, and I feel like I'm going to sound cocky here, but the goal I want is financially is to have like fuck you money, where you can just retire your family, travel whenever you want, buy whatever you want, and keep yourself healthy as well, because that's another thing. If you want to eat healthy, how expensive is it to eat healthy nowadays?
Yeah. I'm lost.
You're lost?
Yeah.
Have some dud, bro. I want to have some more dud, but I'm also running out. These are the last cartons, by the way.
I was meant to take one home. Uh-oh.
What was the original question again? You took me on like such a...
No, it was why entrepreneurship, family. Oh no.
No, it was.
What was
your upbringing? Upbringing. All right. So leading on to.
I have nothing. I just love my dad. My daddy's.
It was about upbringing, wasn't it? And then you took it on a different tangent.
No, I didn't. Maybe.
You did. You started talking about like financial stuff and. Upbringing was good.
Good upbringing. Amazing dad. Who who's my world. Don't know if he's yours, but he's mine.
I agree. How real are we being, right?
100%. I'm telling you. I say to everyone.
No, my dad is an amazing guy.
My dad is my best friend.
Yeah, my dad is an amazing guy.
Me and my dad are like that.
He has a problem, right? So.
I think you say it's too much.
My dad's an amazing person, but because our personalities
don't you dare say anything bad about my
because our personalities are so similar, we do clash sometimes.
No, I think I'm exactly like
you're not like dad.
No, you're not like dad.
You're basically like a baby. That's why you get on with dad so much.
No.
Whereas I'm very hot-headed.
No, you're not.
I have a temper and I'm very stubborn.
I think he's describing me.
No, you're not hot-headed. You're just a baby.
I've got a temper.
You're a baby.
I'm stubborn.
You don't have a temper.
No, I think I'm like dad, where I can walk into a room and talk to anyone.
No, bro, like, are you talking about the same person?
Clearly, you're
basically describing me right now.
Are you mad? I'm
sorry. Okay,
no. You're talking.
Listen. Since you've been out in Dubai, how many friends have I made versus how many friends you've made?
The same amount.
No, that's not true.
He's so full of. That's so not true.
I can go into a room and talk to anybody.
He is the quietest person I've ever met. No, what it is with me. Off camera, he is
this
so
is what
quiet.
It is with me, right? This is like 100% real, right?
You're not, no.
I'm introverted.
No, I'm not.
But when I need to talk to somebody, I'll talk to them. But then, if my social battery is depleted, I will like ghost everybody. Like, I can be the loudest person in the room, I can talk the most, but
really?
As soon as my social battery's done, I just switch off and I go silent. And then everyone's like, yo, what's wrong with you? That's why you think I'm bipolar. It's not me being bipolar, it's because I was an introvert when I was younger, but then I slowly became more extroverted.
I have proof of this. So remember when we went to see your friends, and like I was getting on more with one of your friends than Nadim.
Yeah, but then that's because we've driven 4 hours, right?
To see his friend, and he knows. I'm not going to name drop him. He'll probably know who I'm on about. And like, I think me and him are good friends. He's one of your favorite. He's one of my favorite
of your friends.
I love him. I think no. Cut
You
that
love
out.
him?
No.
Marry, bro. Listen, if your husband's watching this, no, I can't lie. Listen, this is one take. I'm sending that straight to your husband.
No,
bro.
I didn't mean that. I mean in the sense that I feel like he's such a genuine person and he wishes people well. That's what I meant, as in that sense. You're gonna cut that.
No, I'm not cutting nothing, bro. This is one take.
No, that sounds so wrong.
So that you should like.
No.
Your real personality's coming out, bro. Sorry, it's a podcast.
No, but you know what I mean, don't you?
I don't know what you mean. Like,
Stop it.
Okay,
you
no.
know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
He's a
what you
very,
mean.
very genuine person,
He is.
and I
He
feel
is a
like
very good person.
he's a good friend to Nadim in the sense that he wants what's best for him, and like you mean you don't talk all the time, but I know that I think that he's someone you can.
Here's the thing with
rely
me,
on.
right? So
I'm his best friend.
I have my
Be real.
friends that I see on a daily basis, who are all in like different avenues of life, I guess. None of them are really in the entrepreneurial space, whereas I have other friends who I don't see every day, maybe like twice in a year, but whenever we see each other, it's like we just click, and it's like we never had that distance or time apart from each other. And those kind of friends are in the entrepreneurial space, and I feel like you need them kind of friends because
Yeah, but the moral of the story was I got on better with Nadim's friend than Nadim gets on.
like one time, and that was after like a 4-hour drive, right? My social battery was already tapped from the day before, and when I got to the location where it was, I was like, do you know what? I can't be asked. It wasn't that I couldn't be asked to see my friends. It was just I was tired, but that's my problem.
Why was I even there? I don't even remember. I think I just wanted to.
No, you were just being what do they call it? What does Dad use the term gooseberry?
Clearly, you was the gooseberry. In that
How was I the
bit because-
gooseberry when it was my friends that you were? No, I tell you what, it was. We were supposed to go for food, and I said, okay, we might as well go in this different city after I've seen my friends. And then the original plan was we'd get there, you do you, I do me, and then we'd link up afterwards and we'd go for food and make an evening of it. That was the plan. But moving on from this conversation, because I don't know how long this podcast is going to be, by the way. One of the questions, I'm not cutting anything. I'm leaving
Please.
one of the questions I got was best avenues for income in 2024, in your opinion.
Online business.
What kind of online business would you say?
So I have 3, 2. Would you class it as 3? 3 businesses. Yeah, 3 businesses. All 3 of them are, well, 2 of them are in the online space. Yeah.
Third one not in online space as well. I like, unless you've got a secret business side.
It's a mixture. It's a mixture.
Is it predominantly online or is it like hybrid?
Hybrid.
Are you seeing people face to face?
Yeah. Well.
So then it's not entirely online based.
Yeah. So 1 hybrid, 2 online based. Nadim's probably mentioned it before. So I have my own clothing store. That's more of like a passion business, passion project. It's basically stuff that I'd wear myself. So why not sell it? I mean, I think on that I need to get on it a bit more. It's a good avenue of income. I do make quite good money from it. So that's something I personally need to grow. But I think my goals this year, or in general, have been on our other 2 businesses, just because it's gonna create life-changing money.
Yeah, so I would say, would you class, so 3 online businesses, but then also if I'm including like sponsorships, brand deals, would you class them as like separate businesses, or would you just categorize it into like one that would make it 4 businesses?
4.
4 businesses. Yeah, so I have 4 businesses, by the way. I'm not disclosing what I do because
I'm not saying what the other.
Because I don't think anybody needs to know that, really.
No.
It's
Like I said, my clothing one's more of a passion project. I don't mind people knowing that. It's something I do as a bit of a hobby. That makes me money.
Yeah, but 4 businesses. I'll tell you what though, what the best feeling is when it's 2 a.m. in the morning and you get a notification on your phone and somebody's just sent you a Stripe payment.
Do you know what the best feeling
Or paid
is?
an invoice, and you're like, you look at your phone, right, and you're like,
I've got
bro, I'm literally getting paid.
my phone's being used,
Yeah.
I would have done like a thing.
Yeah. You're like, I'm like,
screenshot it.
some nights, right, because I get gassed sometimes. I'm like, bro, I'm literally getting paid to sleep. Like, do you not get that feeling?
Can you put this like one of my screenshots up here? No, we're not doing that, are we? I would have put like a screenshot of like a date and a time with an invoice payment, but it's fine. Maybe in the future.
Yeah, so for online businesses,
The best feeling.
I think the best avenue for income in 2024 has to be online based, and for me, when I start a business, I have to evaluate how much time it's going to involve, how much I'm going to make from the business, because my end goal is like location freedom, time freedom, and the ability to work, location freedom, the ability to work wherever I'm in the world.
Time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom.
Financial freedom.
Top three.
The top three. So
what's your goal in life? Time freedom, financial freedom, location freedom.
But I also got asked about like Shopify, Amazon FBA, Airbnb. What's your opinion?
Amazon FBA, right? Know someone in the field. The problem with that is now is, yeah, it can be profitable, but I feel like there's so many course gurus that want to show that they've made maybe 3,000 sales a day or 10,000 sales a day, that they'll topple the price, which means they'll basically undercut everyone with the price, where you'd be making a couple of quid profit.
Break even, yeah.
A break even, but they do that with the end goal of
social proof.
Hey guys, I made 3,000 sales today, as opposed to doing it to make the money, if that makes sense. So that's the only problem with Amazon FBA, because there's some big people out there that are trying to sell people on a course, and we'll show you these screenshots of, oh yeah, I did 10,000 sales today. But if you actually look at it, the actual revenue.
Yes. Speaking of Amazon FBA, like, I had a conversation with someone, I didn't tell you this, but golden opportunity, import-export business, and I'm not going to say too much about it. There is still a market for Amazon FBA if you have a very niche product and you think outside the box.
What's the product?
I'm not telling you what the product is, bro. That's my secret. That's my golden egg.
That's so mean.
That's my golden egg. That's my retirement.
Guys, if you like,
no, but
if you go
listen,
backwards, I'm sure Nadim said that I'm the type of person that if I'm winning, I want everybody.
Yeah, I'll do the winning. I'll just give you the money afterwards. You don't need to know the idea that's making me the money, because you're gonna steal it. Some things you gotta keep to yourself. Like,
that's fine. I'm gonna go.
No, but all jokes aside, right? So Amazon FBA, there is a market for it, but like Keisha said, a lot of the course gurus showing you they're making 10,000 sales a day, or barely breaking even, barely making any profit.
Yeah.
But it looks good on camera. Don't get me wrong. Like, if somebody says, "I made 10,000 sales a day," like, you're gonna buy into it, aren't you?
It's not that as well. You need startup capital. You need like 3 or 4 grand that you can put into stock, and you're gonna have to be prepared that you're gonna buy this product and this product's not gonna sell, and then you're stuck with dead stock. So for those that are looking to start a business and maybe don't have much money, I wouldn't personally advise it. What was the other avenue?
Shopify
is the same, but it's a lot of branding. You're gonna have to brand your product well. It's a very saturated market.
Yeah, so do you know with Shopify how people say, oh, all you have to do is find the product on AliExpress, right? Like, that shit doesn't work anymore.
No, and
what you have to do is you have to make connections with. So if you're based in the UK, shall I give a specific example?
No, because we don't have time.
Yeah, we do. Shall I give a specific example?
And he says, I need validating.
I don't need validating. I'm just thinking how deep I should go, like, because I'm giving away like some golden information here.
Yeah,
like,
but you're giving everything away in the first episode.
Okay. I won't give it away, but yeah, Shopify, for example, AliExpress thing doesn't work. So you have to make connections with, let's just say, proper suppliers that are located in your
and
city.
then they've got an MOQ of like 500, 1,000. For your genuine person who's just starting out, that's way too big of a risk.
I think minimum, how much you say minimum to start a store? I think about 3K, 4K.
3 or 5K.
Yeah.
3K for the product, 2K for your actual advertisement.
Yeah, so about 5K, right? Unless you get very lucky.
Yeah, and you have organic growth.
Yeah. The third thing, which I've seen a lot of, is like TikTok shop.
That's alright.
Yeah, that is a lucrative market. There is money to be made with TikTok. If
that's something I'm thinking of transitioning into with my clothing-based product, transition to the TikTok side of things. But again, it's a vicious market. People are just gonna sell stuff for dirt cheap. Remember, the more they buy, the cheaper they get it at. So you might be coming in only being able to afford 50 products, and you're gonna get, let's say, my competitor over here next to me who has 10k capital, who can go in and then buy that product and get the same product that I'm getting for £10
Cheaper.
for £3.
Yeah.
So then his price is going to be, let's use dresses, £10 for the dress, my price is 30. Who are you gonna go for?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah.
Yeah, UGC works with TikTok products,
But
100%. But again, it all comes down to personal budget, capital. Because if somebody's got more money than you, then starting off, you're already at a disadvantage.
this is one thing I'm gonna say. I don't know what's another question.
So let's carry on with this question, because I feel like we can cover maybe two more avenues, and then we'll switch up.
This is one thing I'm gonna say. Pick a business and stick to it. Yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere niche hopping. So going from a Shopify store to UGC, you need to pick something and you need to stick at it. When it gets tough, don't just say, oh, it's not working. Pick it, stick it until you make it.
Uninformed optimism is like...
We suffer from that
is
massively.
massive, right? So if anyone doesn't know what uninformed optimism is, it's when you start a business, right? So let's just say
you're in the honeymoon phase.
You're in the honeymoon phase of a Shopify store. You're not getting any sales, and then you get a friend that comes to you and says, "Hey, bro, like, I'm making 20k a month doing Airbnb." So you're like, why am I doing Shopify? Like, I might as well hop to Airbnb. You hop to Airbnb, and then you ask that friend to show you like their results, and they're like, delaying it, and then you start trying the business, and then you slowly realize that it's not as easy as that friend made out. Because at the start, in the honeymoon phase, if someone says to you, yeah, like, bro, it's so easy, like 20k a month, and then you start the business.
It's not, example, you might look at me and Nadim and think, I can do what they're doing. You don't know what we're doing, but I can do that.
Uninformed optimism.
Yeah, like, oh, they're two normal people from Blackburn. If they can do it, if they can make it, I can do that. I'm going to do the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Do you know what the harsh reality is, right? And a lot of people say everybody can make it. Not everybody can make it. Like, let's be real. Not everyone has the motivation. Not everyone has the discipline.
Not everyone wants to.
Not everyone wants to.
And
not everyone has
everyone's
the
got
drive.
different goals.
But yeah, I don't think it's not for everyone.
No, it's not.
Some people are happy and comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with that. Me, I don't like being comfortable. I work best under pressure. But spinning back around to the original point I was talking about was uninformed optimism. If you have a business idea, stick to it. Only when you've tried absolutely everything and it fails. What time are we on?
10:30.
When it fails, do you then think, okay, it's time to pack it in and move on? But don't get distracted by somebody else trying a business, because there's thousands of ways to make money. You don't have to do all 1,000. And I always compare it to gym, right? So there's like maybe 100 or 200 different ways to train your chest. Doesn't mean you have to do all 200 exercises. You can still get a good chest with 1, 2, 3 exercises. Good point there, I think. I got another question about trading and Forex and Bitcoin and things. Have you ever delved into the world of trading and crypto, and have you lost money? What's your opinion on it?
Yes.
How about yes, like explaining, you're like, we're not psychic, bro.
Yeah, I've delved into that and lost a fair bit, in the thousands.
Shall we talk about that scam that we...
No, because that's just stupid. Like, it was stupid. Don't even go there. No,
Okay.
I don't want to talk about that. That brings me PTSD.
Yeah.
Basically, with that stuff, you need to know what you're doing. Don't just go off some random guy on TikTok saying, yeah, invest in this, it's going to be the next thing, going to the moon, because most likely you're not going to the moon, you're going to the gutter.
I made like 15k, by the way, you know, with
HCMC, I think it was. The penny stocks.
It's not Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I made like 50k, but I got lucky. That doesn't happen with everyone, by the way. You can lose a lot of money.
So then when I'm out here losing thousands...
You don't ask. You never ask. But yeah, I have delved into Bitcoin. I do actually have crypto in my crypto wallet. I've got like Ethereum, BTC. I've got a couple of
Not giving financial advice.
Yes.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, this is just like me talking about my personal... Like, if anybody else wants to invest, then that's entirely you.
I mean, I don't know enough, but like when you can hit jackpots.
Yeah, I'm not
on
an expert,
meme
by the way.
coins. Some meme coins have like rocketed.
Yeah, but that's just ridiculous. Like, you're buying a coin with a dog's face on it, and you're becoming an overnight millionaire. Like,
yeah, but it happens.
yeah, I know it happens.
Maybe that's why
it's ridiculous.
maybe that's
but then
why.
that is also bad because people are seeing that and thinking,
Yeah.
I'm going to put all my life savings into something, and I'm going to become an overnight millionaire. Like you, for example, uninformed optimism. Again, it all comes back to that uninformed optimism, bro. I'm telling you.
I watched like 3 TikToks and yeah.
Uninformed optimism. I'm going to become an overnight millionaire. I think we're. Do you know
I genuinely thought I was gonna wake up and I was like, I'm ready.
Do you know my mate?
Becoming a millionaire.
Do you know my mate? He's probably watching this video. He'd message me every night like, "Bro, we're going to the moon." I'm like, it got to a point where I'm like, "Bro, I don't want to go to the moon anymore. I just want to stay on Earth." Like, every night he'd message me, at the same time, like, "Bro, check your phone. We're going to the moon." And the stock had moved like a few points, and I think we were like a few pounds up. And I'm like, "Bro, like, we ain't going to the moon." I'm not like, was it Neil Armstrong, Lance Armstrong, the moon guy? I should know this.
That's shocking.
Do you not know this?
That's shocking.
Listen, you don't need to know who went
It's
to the moon.
one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
One small step for man, one small step for women.
Huh?
That's what the thing is. No, it isn't. One small step for man, one giant leap to the moon. Speaking of the moon landing, do you think it's...
No, we're not going off on this.
No, just answer the question. Do you think the moon landing really happened?
Yeah, I do.
And is the Earth flat?
No, the Earth's not flat. The Earth is definitely not flat.
I'd love to have a house on the moon, by the way. I think that would be sick. Would you not like to have a house on the moon?
Not really.
Just like looking down on like Earth.
My goal... No, I'm not going to share my goal in life in this one. Maybe in the next one.
But that was like a whistle top store of stocks and forex. If you know what you're doing, there's lots of money to be made.
If you know how to do it, please can you tell me how to do it? Because I've had enough of losing money on it.
If you don't know how to do it, stay away from it. Which brings me on to my next question about
But
investing.
if you make me lose money...
Okay, so here's my rule on investing, right? If you can't afford to buy 3, you don't buy. What do you think?
Here's my advice on investing. If everybody's talking about it, it's probably a bad investment.
There was one stock.
Yeah, do you remember?
There was one stock, right?
Oh
I need to
my
tell you guys the
gosh.
story. So everybody's telling me about how I'm going to become a millionaire. And
I was
XYZ.
planning buying my Lamborghini Urus. If you don't know me, that's been like a lifelong goal of mine.
And then me, Akeisha, my dad, and my 2 cousins, we went out for...
But they wouldn't have known that we
No.
were on about. Yeah, we like had our ear out.
We went out for
Food.
a curry, right? One of them traditional.
Shout out.
Shout out to
Daisy
Daisy House in Bolton. Baddest curry about. So we were out for a curry, and there was these 3 Asian uncles who, I'm being so stereotypical here, who looked like they...
No, please don't be stereotypical.
No, as in like, you wouldn't think they were in the...
Just leave it at there was 3 Asians.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to discriminate them. I'm saying, do you know how like certain tech people have like a certain look, and you know that person's in the tech space or the forex space or crypto space? They were talking about this same investment that me and Keisha had invested in, just like these random 3 Asian men in Bolton. And as soon as we heard that, I said to Keisha, the point when everybody knows about it, and your grandma's talking about it in the shopping centre, in Asda, your uncle's talking about it.
Your dad's telling everyone.
Gatherings, your dad's telling everyone he's going to become a millionaire. And your dad doesn't even know how to use an iPhone, and he's telling everyone he's going to become an overnight millionaire by investing in stock. You know the ship has sailed, so I said to Keisha that same night, listen, we're cashing out. I don't care if I'm like down. We're getting out now before we lose everything. So we got out. But I do know a lot of people that lost like lots of money.
Like tens of thousands.
Yeah. So,
and like they were crying.
Yeah,
like,
people were crying. I know
nice.
people that put their life savings into this same investment.
Someone remortgaged the house. Imagine that.
Here's the sad thing as well, right? This proper gets me. So, yeah. There's a person.
Elderly.
Yeah. So there was people going to retirement homes and getting elderly people to invest their money into this certain stock, and people were investing their pensions. One story I heard was somebody was about to undergo medical treatment privately, and they used the money they had for the treatment to invest into this stock, so they didn't get treatment and they lost all their money. So I think there was like a what do they call it, like a GoFundMe page afterwards to try like raise funds. I felt so bad about that. But moral of the story is, know what you're doing. Don't ever invest your entire savings into something, which is why I have the rule of 3, and it's gotten me this far where if you can't afford to buy 3 of something, you don't buy it. That way you've got a safety net. I don't know if you have that same mindset when it comes to buying things, because you just bought yourself up. Yeah, so see, bro, like you're just leaving them like rolling on the table. But we're in Dubai, you can do that. Yeah, so Keisha, I'm not flexing by the way, but Keisha copped her first rollie. When was it? Like 2 weeks ago?
I was on a wait list for quite a while.
Yeah. And plus I've got a good relationship with Rolex as well, Watches of Switzerland, so we copped another rollie. But back to the podcast.
Trading. Be careful. If you do know, well done. Keep up the good work.
Somebody asked what we do for a living, because it just seems like we're chilling right now, let's be real, but we graft.
What do we do for a living? A lot of things.
Let's just leave it at that. But are we going to tell them whether we've already told them we've got online based business. I'll tell you we're in the online space, but I'm not telling you specifically what we do, because
Not yet.
There is things I do that you don't know about, and there's things that Keisha does that I don't know about. And I think
I just like the privacy. I don't need to be out here on camera telling you all what you do. I'm not trying to sell you something.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I just feel like some things are better kept private.
Yeah.
And I feel like once we then start saying, oh, like, guys, we do this, we do that, then it becomes more like you're doing it to show other people. We're doing it for ourselves. And at this point in time, I don't think that you guys need to know what we're doing. In the future, when maybe we've achieved all our goals, then
share the journey.
We'll share the journey with you. I mean, that doesn't mean we're not documenting the journey, but at this point in time, I don't think there's a benefit basically at this point in time telling you what we do.
There is behind the scenes things that we will share, that we've
and I
been
feel
sharing.
Like I want to enjoy the moment with you at the minute.
Yeah, there is some things that it's very easy nowadays to get caught up behind the camera, where you have to like take a picture of something, you have to share something on social media, and you lose sight of what's really in front of you. And I touched on this the other day when we were at Parker's next to the Burj on the beach, and I basically said that it's literally like magical, the view I've got in front of me right now. And I sound so cringe.
I called him a girl.
I sound so cringe. She called me a girl, but
and then
I was like, yo, this is so magical right now, what I can see. I'm sat here with a strawberry mojito. I've got my iPad doing my work, and I'm eating a steak with like the baddest chips.
And what was I doing? Taking calls.
You were taking calls, and then I was like, I'm not appreciating what's in front of me. So what I did is I put my iPad away, and then I went for a walk on the beach, and I told myself, if I was in the UK right now, it's raining, what would be my view? And I grounded myself, and it made me appreciate the moment in front of me.
I wish you could show them your back of your phone. So back of the phone, Nadim has a £10 note, and that's to stay grounded.
Yo, my phone.
Like everyone always looks and they're like,
Why have you got £10?
£10?
I know some people keep like money in their case as emergency, but for me,
it's to
stay grounded, because no matter how successful you are, like God can take it away at any point. Let's be real, and you can always fall off and lose everything.
I feel like you've had like
I've gone from here to here. Being real with you guys, like I've gone from here, like at the height of success, peak.
Yeah, and it was hard. It wasn't easy, and I know I was there for you at that point as well.
And then I fell off, and I was like in a bad place. For those that know me, like I was in a bad place, like mentally, physically.
Yeah.
And I was just struggling. But then I think real winners are the ones that are able to go from this to this, back to this.
And that's like why we started this journey, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like together as well, as like my initial, if you don't mind me sharing.
What are you going to share, bro?
No, but as in like initially me starting this journey, as much as it was for entrepreneurship, it was also to be a supportive system to Nadim.
But then, yeah, I'd agree. Partially.
Do you agree?
Partially. But then I also feel like I pushed you towards entrepreneurship, because prior to that you were in the system of...
Yeah, I was ready.
I'll just work my job and I'll be comfortable. And I was like, I'm not doing it. And my dad at the time, he thought I was a rebel. He was like...
And he was like, you're being such a bad influence on her. Why are you like telling her all this? Basically.
Yeah, that's another thing. Parents are lovely, right? But if you've got old school parents, sometimes they can be a hindrance to your progression, because they're stuck in their ways of how you can make money and working for somebody else, and you have to get married at this age. In our culture as well, like there's a certain way of doing things, whereas
I don't think dad's ever put that.
No, I'm not saying dad in general, but sometimes dad at the start at least, dad was like, no, like why are you going to do that for? Like, you need to work for somebody else, and you need the security, job security. You need to get paid every single month on time. That's another thing that took a lot of getting used to as well. So when you work for somebody else,
there's dry months, there's busy months.
No, so when you work for somebody else, you get paid at a set date every month. Whereas when you work for yourself, you get paid some months you don't get paid, but then the months you do get paid make up for the months you don't get paid. And also working hours, like we've been out here, bro, like our working day is crazy. Like back in the UK, it's fine. We start winding down towards like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Out here,
I think was it yesterday? No, not yesterday. The day before, we got back to the apartment 12:30.
No, it was 2 a.m.
2 a.m. We finished work at 2 a.m.
2 a.m. and we started at like 10. Because I hit up a fasted workout at about 8:45 in the morning. Came back. We went to the apartment pool for a bit. And then we were starting work at 10 a.m. and we were all day in the heat, grafting. Yeah, so...
But I don't mind.
Somebody asked if I'm an egg.
Huh?
Somebody asked if I'm an egg. Am I an egg, bro? Are you an egg?
I'm a potato.
I think I'm an egg. Would you say I'm an egg? Like my complexion, do I look like an egg? I'm answering the questions, bro, like from the podcast.
Are you an egg? Like...
No, I think they were... I know they weren't being serious. It was like a joke. Bro, you're just so confused right now.
Yeah.
You're a potato. I'm an egg, yeah?
Do you remember that time? I was so upset. He said he like sent me the moon emoji and said it was me. And like I remember I was really upset about that for like a week.
You're the moon, bro. Is there anything else that you want to touch on? We'll wrap up this podcast shortly because we've been talking for ages and there's a lot of questions that I haven't answered. I'm going to try and answer all of them. Someone said, what is it that made you leave the UK? I think, have we answered that already at the start of the podcast?
Yeah.
Somebody asked, is it UK politics?
No. I don't think it was a determining reason. Maybe it was like a contributing factor.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
UK just makes it hard to make money. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and I'll talk about like, shall we talk about like networking out here, how crazy it is, like the rooms we've been in and stuff, like with billionaires.
We've had to sign did we say we signed?
Yeah, NDAs. Yeah, that's all fine. But just generally speaking, like brushing heads with like billionaires doesn't it make you want to level up?
It makes me want to cry at times, if I'm honest.
So when I first got here, right, this is such a vain example, but I think I'm in decent shape.
He was
like, bro, like I think when I'm in my hometown, right, I'm in decent shape. I train 5 days a week. I do cardio. I do boxing. I lift weights. I eat good sometimes. Came out here thinking I look pretty sick right now. I've lost a lot of fat. Bro, I went to like one beach club.
And he started saying,
and I'm like, I said to Akeisha, like,
he's got a dad bod.
Do you even lift, bro? Like, I've got a dad bod right now, so.
Dad bod.
So in terms of like, it can go two ways. This is a good point I'm going to talk about on the podcast.
Even for girls.
Yeah, so some people would be in that situation where somebody else around them is like, way, like levels above, whether be it physique, be it financially, be it just their etiquette, their dialogue, and feel shit about themselves and feel insecure, right? But then you get the second type of person, which is what me and Akeisha are definitely striving towards, and we're not 100% there yet, but be in that situation, I would be like, bro, like I need to get my shit together even more. Like I need to improve this, I need to improve this, I need to improve this.
Yeah, there's that, but there's one thing I will say, maybe from a female perspective, but moving to Dubai, you have to be very, very confident in yourself.
Yes.
It's so easy to come out here and like look around you and basically feel like shit.
Yeah, the first day you were very, oh my god, she's so pretty. But no, like you gotta
you gotta know yourself. You gotta
that's
know
what
your
I'm saying. But then you can feel shit. That's not a problem, like.
Yeah.
But then it's what you do after feeling shit. Are you gonna go into like a state of feeling sorry for yourself, or are you gonna be like, I know myself, like I can be that, I can do better, I can level up. That's why, bro. Like, why are you wearing sunglasses at night, man? Have you heard that Skepta song? I wear my sunglasses at night. It's an old one.
No.
Okay, you're sad. But yeah. So coming out here, the first. Alhamdulillah. The first 2 days were a big adjustment because there's lots of pitfalls that I identified within myself that I need to work on, which is good, and I love it. I love being in that situation. There was a point in time where I'd be in that situation and I'd feel insecure and I'd be like,
and he'd mope and sulk in his room and
I'd
not want to do anything.
Yeah, I'd just like sulk about it like a big kid.
One thing that we said that previously, something you like, I don't want to describe it. Oh, what did I say you were? I don't know, never mind.
Okay. 2 more questions and we wrap up.
Hurry up. Please, bed.
I'm going for food, you can go to bed. So, are you actually going to bed after this podcast? I'm not going to bed, bro. Anything you want to ask? Not ask, if anything you want to talk about on this podcast. We've covered quite a lot, like income streams, why Dubai, upbringing.
What were the other 2 questions?
Shall I be honest?
You forgot.
I've forgotten what the other 2 questions
I
were.
knew it.
That's why I'm stalling right now. I hate silence. You know when there's silence on a podcast, it's like time to wrap things up. But, alright, so...
I'm just really proud of this.
Shall we talk about the celebrating your wins? Oh, I remember the 2 questions actually. Let's quickly talk about celebrating your wins. So, do you think it's important to celebrate your wins? So, say like you accomplished something.
Yes and no. I think there's a very fine line. There's celebrating your wins, and then I feel like I'm at the point where I want to normalize everything because I want this to be the new normal. So maybe in my past kind of lifespan that would have been like, oh my gosh, but like now I want that stuff to be normal. Like, yeah, we've spoke to a millionaire, or yeah, like I've just had this person call me, or this person say that they want this. Like, I want that to become the new normal. So then I think to myself, well, if I'm celebrating that, then am I not making that something to be a big deal when really that should just be something that's now part of my everyday life? But I think the problem with that is we were hitting these massive milestones and we didn't even stop to like look and think, wow, like we've achieved that. So this trip, I think we've tried to do that a lot more, actually take it in, because I think we've had maybe 3 massive accomplishments. Like we've done something that would take someone normally 7 years in the field, 10 years in the field, maybe never in the field to do, and we've like done that. We've ticked that off at such an early point.
100%. So celebrate your wins,
yeah,
but don't let your wins distract you from the end goal.
Yeah,
and just touching on the point you said about normalizing success, Dubai's wicked for that, because out here, Lambo taxi, Porsche taxi, and I say taxi, that's because you see so many of them. Whereas back home, you'd very rarely see like a Porsche GT3 RS. I think our town there's a lot of Uruses right now, but
my dream car.
Supercars in general back home are like very rare unless you're in like London, Knightsbridge, Mayfair.
How about like that example, like for example back home, if you're talking about, oh yeah, like I spent 3 million on this, I'm investing in this 22 million pound, da da da. Like back home, people are like, what? Even saying you're investing £1,000. Like out here, that's like so casual. And then like we FaceTimed our dad. Shall we share that? No, I'm laughing, but like we were like on about 6-figure deals, right? And then like we FaceTimed my dad, and I love him to bits, and like something must have happened, and like the charge to fix it was like £15 or something.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about that FaceTime. Oh, yeah, right, bro, yeah. So there's 2 FaceTimes, right? First FaceTime, okay, it's a bit.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was on about.
Second FaceTime.
So we just come.
No, I'll tell them exactly, because I know exactly what happened, right? So we just come from like this 6-figure deal.
It's mad.
Bear in mind, we're trying to normalize this being around money and the whole wealth thing, yeah. Came back to the apartment.
I love him to be.
FaceTime my dad.
He's so funny.
And I think he's lost his locking nut for his alloy, sorry. And he needs to change his brake pads and his brake discs. So, he was on FaceTime, and he was actually, who was he shouting at? I don't know who shouting at.
He was swearing in Gujarati.
He was swearing in Gujarati to like another family member, I think, who was like at my house. And he's like, I'm not going to say the swears because they're explicit, but he was going off, right, because of this locking nut. And I was like, yo, dad, chill, man. Just go to the tyre shop, like 15 minutes from my house back home, and it'll probably cost you like 15-20 pounds to drill off the locking nut. Like, it's not an issue. And he's like, my dad's a big spender as well, by the way.
Okay.
So he was like, I can't say the swear, but he's like, expletive. It's £15, like £20, like
no, he was
I didn't have to spend.
He's like, I'm not spending £15-20 for someone just to break
just to break my locking nut.
I'm like, well, dad, like, what are you gonna do? And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not spending 50, and he's not stingy. Anyone that knows my dad, he's not.
Yeah, he's not stingy.
But then, like, for us, it was just hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious because we've come from this 6-figure deal, and then my dad I said to him, like, we said, yo, dad, chill, we'll send you £20. He's like, it's not the point. And then he carries on swearing in Gujarati.
And then he got so angry, he just cut us off.
Yeah, he cut us off.
Even though it wasn't us that had done anything.
See, that's where dad's like me in the sense that when he's mad, he just like, he didn't even say bye. He literally he's just like, dude, like mid FaceTime. And he's not answering, well, not FaceTime, it was bottom, wasn't it? Because FaceTime is a workout in Dubai, but it was like mid bottom. Which is like the video calling platform for anybody that doesn't know. You better not spill dud on my sofa, bro. Yeah, so that was that. I think the last question, and we'll wrap up this podcast. Shall we do another one? Depending on how good this one does, and maybe talk about something else and get some more questions.
Maybe not when I'm half asleep and in joggers and...
Yeah, so the last question was, how do you stay disciplined so I got the same question twice. Somebody asked, how do you stay disciplined? And then the second question was, how do you stay motivated / bro, you're just like getting up mid-podcast. How do you stay disciplined / motivated when you're feeling depressed? So we'll answer the first one first, then we'll answer the second one, and we'll end on a deep.
Stay motivated.
No, disciplined. Discipline is doing something without needing motivation. You just
Yeah,
get
I
up and
know
do it,
that.
like, it becomes a habit.
You need a routine.
Like brushing your teeth.
You
like,
need a very, 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 very strict routine where it's like, look, I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock every day. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, where it just becomes something that you just do day in, day out. I think.
See, do you know what that? I'm gonna disagree.
No, but let me finish.
Go on.
You need a routine.
Okay, I agree on you need a
discipline.
routine.
But you also need to take every day as it comes in a particular sense. Like small wins, count your small wins daily, because if you are feeling depressed and you feel like nothing's getting better, I feel like sometimes that depressed outlook can come from you're looking too far ahead. You're looking at your life now thinking, I wanna move to Dubai, I wanna own an apartment out here, I wanna drive a supercar, and then you're looking at your life and maybe you're you're not there yet, and then you feel like shit. But you need to take the small wins. So like it could be, like I woke up at 6 today, that's a small win. The day after it could be, I sent this many emails that day. Count your small wins. And just know, if you keep doing that every single day, then they'll stack and then we'll get you here.
So like gratitude.
Does that make sense?
I think it's gratitude journaling.
I do that.
Yeah, gratitude journaling. So, routine, I think you need to have. I don't buy into the whole, bro, you have to wake up at 4 a.m. every single day.
I'm not saying
have
that.
An ice bath.
No,
Then
I'm
you need
not
to meditate.
telling everyone to go have an ice bath.
No, but
I
think this is...
Have non-negotiables, that's what I'm
Yeah, so you have a routine of things you have to do every single day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Set yourself a specific period of time where you're like, I'm going to do deep work during that time, and just switch off and lock yourself in on a daily basis every single day, and then that will pay off. Be consistently doing that will definitely pay off.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
It's hard.
And
speak to people, whoever did send that message in, if you are feeling depressed, speak to someone, reach out to me, message Nadim. If you're a girl, message me, Nadim. I know that's not something nice to be feeling, and I know it's tough. So yeah, don't suffer alone. Gratitude, small wins,
and don't compare yourself to other people.
Social media is fake.
Yeah, like don't. One habit, if anybody does this, that you need to break yourself out of is
waking up and scrolling.
And I was speaking to someone about this on the same night Tyson Fury was fighting.
There's boxing on today.
Is there?
Are we not watching it?
Is there boxing?
Are we not going out to watch it?
Okay.
Yeah, there's boxing. It's, what's it called?
Who?
There's boxing on today.
Okay.
And it's out here, not specifically in Dubai, but...
Is it in Riyadh?
Yeah.
But they say Habibi come to Dubai, not to Riyadh. So anyway, what were we talking about? You distracted me again.
So how do you stay consistent when you're feeling depressed?
Yeah, so no, I was saying one habit you should break out of if you do this. When you wake up in the first thing in the morning, do not make opening Instagram or TikTok the first thing you do. The first thing you should do is go outside or open your curtains, look at some natural sunlight. I know that's hard in the UK, but go outside, look at the sunlight.
As well.
Pray
on your religion.
Pray, which is something that Alhamdulillah, like I definitely feel like
I'm proud of you for that. I think
gotten a lot closer to my faith this year. Like, embarrassingly, I've been guilty of.
Yeah, like be open, be honest.
Yeah, like I haven't been the best. I don't mean not being the best in terms of like I do bad things, like sinning. Like I don't do that. But in terms of my closeness to my faith, like I've been guilty of that last year at least. But this year, like alhamdulillah, I feel like I'm becoming a lot closer.
And look at how.
And I feel like I'm blessed. Like since I started doing that, some people might disagree, but for me, I feel like
someone was telling me this that, like I said, everyone might have different faiths, but in ours, someone was saying that like when you go through hardships, which I think we have been through quite a lot, it's God's way of trying to test you, but sometimes trying to get you to reach out to Him. Because I feel like sometimes as people we're very good at reaching out to God when times are like, I don't know, like when times are tough, like it's trying to get you to turn to Him and like remember Him and like, you know what I mean?
Which brings me on to really quickly, because I can talk about hours, bro. Like seriously. My next point about people say pray to God for like a Lamborghini, but I'm not going to sit here and tell people how to pray or like anything like that, but I feel like they'll ask for a Lamborghini. God will give them or put certain things in place that they have to do to achieve it, but they're completely oblivious to all of that, and then they'll sit and say, I prayed for a Lamborghini but I didn't get it, or like I asked for signs and I didn't get it.
What's the thing that Dad says? Whatever's written for you, it will come to you in the what's not meant for you, you will never have. Like if it's not written for you, you're not gonna have it. You could try as hard as you want, but then he was saying it in the sense that if it's written for you, nobody can take it away from you. You're gonna get that, you're gonna have that. So don't be worried about like other people maybe doing something that you're doing, or maybe things aren't working, because if it's meant for you, it will come to you.
So essentially, we call it nasib, but like destiny. If it's your destiny to be something in life, then it will happen.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you sit here and you don't do anything.
Yeah,
about
they
it.
don't.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
like,
not saying.
You're like, yeah, whatever's meant
Yeah,
for
my
me is meant for me.
my destiny is to do this, so I'm not going to try and do anything. I still think you should pray for certain things in life.
Self-improvement.
Yeah, I still think you should pray for certain things in life and look out for the signs, which going into law of attraction as well, like just moving slightly away from faith.
No, leave that now. That's too long. I think that
All
needs
right, a full podcast by itself, because there has been some situations in life where like law of attraction, like
I've got receipts.
guys, like I'm a massive advocate for the law of attraction.
I've got receipts. We're
gonna do a full podcast.
Okay,
on
no,
law of
right.
attraction.
Let's not go into it.
But yeah, just wrapping things up about the last comment about staying disciplined. For me, it's not being distracted by the now, because there's been occasions where I've been doing deep work and I've been asked to go out to maybe a nice restaurant, or somebody's invited me out. Philly's not a restaurant, bro. Like somebody's invited me out to experience like a supercar, and then I asked myself like, all right, I can experience this now, but that temporary experience of this,
delayed gratification.
I'd rather have delayed gratification and have it permanently later on in my life, rather than that short term like adrenaline rush, or that short term, what do they call it?
Immediate gratification.
No, yeah, immediate gratification, but they call it something, that short term dopamine hit. So delayed gratification is how I stay disciplined, and always visioning the end goal of where I want to be, and every scenario asking myself, is this going to benefit me? If so, yeah, that's basically all I can say on that.
And if you're feeling down and depressed, if you do follow the religion, reach out to God.
Reach out to God. First protocol, I'd say. And at the same time, reach out to a friend. If you don't have a friend to reach out to, then like, I'm more than happy to if somebody wants to message me.
Same.
Then I do respond to like my DMs, I respond to my comments, because I've been in bad situations, I've been in that low, so I know how hard it is. So yeah, man, shall we wrap up? Today's been a big day, by the way, guys. I'm shattered. I am shattered. Who'd have thought we'd be out here in Dubai doing like a...
I wish we could say whose place that was.
It's cool. They're gonna find out whose place it is when we drop the video anyway.
No, but did you say in the video whose
Yeah,
place it
I
was?
did.
Are we allowed to say?
Yeah, we're allowed to say whose place that was.
100%.
One of the places we're allowed to say whose place it was. But
Which one are you thinking of? Tell me. Do this. Yeah, that is crazy.
so
No, are we allowed? Are we allowed? You sure?
you were allowed, bro. Like that place we are. We signed the NDAs for the other ones. But just wrapping
Shall we
things
give
up.
him a hint?
No, it's fine. We'll talk
Okay.
about it when we see the video. But wrapping things up, let me know if you enjoyed this podcast. Apologies for the amateur setup, but we're out here.
Apologies for being so tired and slumped like a little, what's it called?
Yeah, but I feel like
Sloth.
this is just us though. We're like genuine, real people, aren't we, Akeisha?
When you say it like that, then like that just seems forced.
Are you not real?
Yeah.
I'm real. I'm a real G.
Top G.
So, thanks for tuning in. By all means, let us know how this podcast was.
What's this podcast called?
We've not even got a name. This
Can you comment some name ideas?
Yeah. If you guys
like it,
if you
if
guys
not,
enjoy
it's
this
cool.
podcast, then I will try my best. No promises
Yeah.
to make this a regular thing. Maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks.
No, that's unrealistic. Once we've got busy schedules.
Once every 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Give
I'll
us
try,
topics. Give us
topics, and if we do these on a regular, I will even try to get like guests on and stuff. What do you think?
I'd enjoy that.
Yeah.
Well done if you made it this far. Is all I can say.
Yeah.
Well done.
Appreciate the support. Pray for us, because we're still out here grinding. I wish everyone else watching all the greater success as well. I will pray for every single one of you.
I just
And
hope that everyone has happiness and everyone achieves whatever it is
Whatever they
they're
want,
looking
yeah.
for in life. And
and just keep going. Stay motivated. Stay disciplined.
yeah, be happy.
Be happy. Stay healthy. Yeah, like.
You're
grind.
going again.
No, I'm wrapping up.
Reel it back
I'm wrapping
in.
up. Yeah, like put in the work, hustle, but then at the same time, like make sure you enjoy life as well. Work-life balance. Well, that's been the Musa siblings.
Peace out.
Peace out. That's my line. You need to get your own line. But drop a comment what you think we should call this podcast, because I have no idea. This was a spontaneous decision last night, by the way. I thought it'd be good to share a little insight, and you can get to know me and Akeisha a little bit more behind the camera. But drop a comment, and
We need to go back and see Dad soon.
yeah, we do need to go back to the UK.
He misses us big time.
I feel bad because
He FaceTimed us today and he just looks.
initially when I came out here, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't planning on going back to the UK, bro. Like, I was like, I'm out here.
And he won't come out here
Yeah.
permanently.
That's one thing I can't do. You know how some people like, I see this, I'm not gonna mention any names, by the way. I see people like making millions, right? And they leave like their parents back home while they're chilling in like these luxury villas, these luxury apartments. We've done that right now, but then I feel like
we always
that's-
said, yeah, for him to come.
yeah, like I tried forcing my dad to come out here with us, but he wasn't having any of it.
He was saying he's going to be bored while we're working.
Yeah, so first 2-3 days I was like, okay, like yeah, it's good. Opportunities we've had have been
He
amazing.
just sat on the step.
Yeah, he was literally sat on the step outside my house and he looked so sad. So I think the plan is probably to
Try coming.
put things in motion here
Go back for a
with the
bit.
team. So for the next few weeks, maybe they're taking over. Go back, speak to Pops, try to convince him to come out here with us, and
He's number one at the end of the day.
try to convince him to come out here with us and then come back. But benefit of like having
What we do.
our places out here is And our team, we can come and go whenever we want, realistically. So,
It's
yeah.
so good as well seeing the team in real life.
Yeah, like it's been so good seeing the team in real life, because pre-COVID it was like, okay, Zooms and all of that stuff, but seeing people in real life, face-to-face interaction is like the best. It's different. Seeing someone over Zoom.
But going on again.
Bro, we need to wrap up. So yeah, like go back, check up on Pops, and then what?
I've got some technicals. I've got like.
Shall we tell him the other locations this year?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right.
I've got 6 locations I'm traveling to in the next 2 months. So I'll barely be here.
I've got 3.
I've got 6.
Since when is the competition? And then you said to me, "Oh, tell me what this Amazon FBA golden egg is. That's going to make you millions."
I'm going to 6 places.
You go 6 places. While you go to them 6 places, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be setting up my Amazon FBA account. I already have one. I'm going to be setting up my Amazon FBA business, bro.
Don't worry. How do you not
know?
Bro,
you're going to get back and I'm going to be like this.
How do you not know that 3 out of them 6 places are not on business?
Bro, when you get back, I'm going to be like this in my Urus, bro. And then what I'm going to do is like, nah, do you know
Would you do that for me?
I'll be like, nah, I'm bored of the Urus now. Before you get back, I'm going to give the Urus back. And I get something else.
No.
That's what I would do.
I'm putting this on camera. One day, I am going to. This is on record.
The Urus it's a good karma. It isn't that.
Worry.
What is it about the Urus that's so good, bro? Like, it isn't that good.
I don't know.
You've got like the Cullinan, you've got the Ferrari 4x4.
Yeah, but
Ferrari
it's
4x4 with a V12 engine.
Get me a Cullinan then. I'll take that. That's fine.
What about the Ferrari SUV?
Yeah, that's fine too. But I want to start. Go start somewhere.
If it's an Urus, I think it has to be the Urus Perf.
Yeah. So I'm putting it on camera. Yeah. We're gonna have in the future. There's gonna be one of them clips, and we're gonna play this thing right now. And it's gonna be me saying, "One day, I'm gonna have."
See, I'm undecided. I think
Bikini Urus.
I do like.
Would you buy me one? If you got to that point, like you know that I've been like saying for ages.
Shall I say what Dad was saying, Gujarati?
What?
That's the first time these guys are going to hear me speak Guji. But what was I saying again? For me, I think
that's it.
I don't know what whip I'd get.
In a bit, people. I'm going to work for my Lamborghini Urus.
I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.